Good morning. Wanted to welcome everybody to the first online live session of Online Foundations for 2015-16. And as it says on the screen, we just ask you to make sure that if you're working with a headset microphone, it's plugged in, computer's recognizing it. I think most of you have tested your microphone and it's working. Poor Daphne. And if you're not having a microphone headset and you just want to listen on your off of your laptop or desktop, that's fine. We'll just ask you probably not to use your built-in microphone because that sometimes gives us feedback and echo and so on and so forth. And you can communicate with the chat, etc. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And our main focus today is how to participate in GoToMeeting, which is going to be our live venue. Oh, you know what I didn't do is put on my, people can see you. Yay, here I am.
Super.
It gives me that message. GoToMeeting gives me that message. People can see you. Oh, I hope so. So our main goal today is how to participate in GoToMeeting and get familiar with the different tools. This will be our online meeting site for this year due to the fact that we've had lots of glitchy problems with the SAC-CT site. They are in process of transitioning to a new platform, and at some point during this year, we are definitely going to transfer all of our course over there, but that's not your problem, it's our problem, and we'll let you know when that happens. Okay, so this is the toolbar or the operating bar that you should be seeing when you logged on, and right now you probably are seeing that. And I want to talk about the microphones and webcams. First of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead and click on your microphone button and say yes.
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 Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So once you're successful with that, which I think everybody was, and go ahead and click on the green button again. It'll turn it orange, and that will mute it. Because during a session like this, if we all have our microphones on, for GoToMeeting it doesn't do it as much. If you all have your microphone on, it sometimes gets echoey, but also there might be some background noise at your house, and if you're not actually talking, we'll have you keep it muted. Okay. And as far as the video goes, unless there's some other situation that we come across where we want to have several people on video at once, usually only the facilitator will use their video. Okay. Later on, if, for example, in our final presentations, we may have you put your video on. The good thing about this is you can literally be in your pajamas and not need to worry about having your makeup done. Only I do. All right, what are our objectives today? We want to get to know each other a little bit. Some of us know each other from live sessions, but some of us are new, and so we want to introduce ourselves. You're going to be participating in the virtual meeting room by doing several things. First of all, learning the features of the platform, using the chat feature, writing on the whiteboard, and the whiteboard in our case is going to be a Google Doc that we will go out to. Using your microphone, and what the protocol is, I just indicated that if you're not talking, I'll ask you to keep your mic muted, and then when you want to talk, we'll have you unmute your mic. And actually the whiteboard part is the Google Docs, so obviously I missed that edit. Okay, first of all, I want to go ahead and have us introduce ourselves. Daphne is going to introduce herself by chat. And so if you have not already clicked on the word chat in your operating panel, go ahead and do so. That will expose the chat as it goes. It's not very big, so it's hard to keep track of several messages. You really can only see one at a time. So Daphne, I'll have you go ahead and type a little chat introducing yourself. And why don't I turn it over to Jennifer to introduce herself.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I'll turn on my camera here. Oh, share my camera. See here. There we go. Hi, I'm Jennifer Hill. I introduced myself in the little video. I'm a Spanish teacher at Granite Bay High School, and I've been working with the Capital World Language Project for forever. My very first year of teaching is when I started going to workshops at Sac State, and what was it, 4 years ago, we started this online foundations course, and
Actually, about
I
5 or 6. Yeah.
5 or 6. It's been a
Yep.
while, yeah. And anyway, this guy, he wasn't born yet when we started that. He's 4 years old now, and then I've got a little baby. Oh, let's see if we can. He's asleep down there. Oh no, he's awake now. So they're hanging out with me today, but I'll probably kick them out at some point. We'll see. Anyway, so that's me, Jennifer. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, great. Thank you. And
Uh-oh.
and otherwise known as, affectionately known as the Homework Police, is Carol Brown. Carol, would you like to introduce yourself?
She just said it all. I'm the co-director of the Capital World Language Project, and I used to teach at Sac State, and then I retired and was supposed to do nothing, and then Cap World loomed large in my life. So here I am, and I will be keeping track of your homework, and if you get a little behind, I will probably send you an email saying, everything okay? You're a little behind on your homework.
Okay, great. Thank you. In the room, I don't believe we have any other members of our Capital World Language Project team
They can talk.
that can talk. Yeah, right, exactly. And Daphne gave us a little introduction. She teaches French and Spanish at Calaveras High School, and luckily survived the fire, and is a diehard fan of Capital World Language Project, and I believe is the person responsible for coining the term "you need to get a little Capwolf in your life." Am I right? I think that was you.
Anyway. Was Jennifer.
Was it Jennifer? Oh, maybe it was Jennifer. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, important announcement. I think many of you have taken care of this. The CSMP data sheet. It's just a little info. It's like your name and address and a little bit of information about what you teach, but it is required that we collect it from it's required by our federal and state funding sources. Okay, there's somebody banging on my door, but that's okay. Anyway, it's in the intro module. I believe it's number 3 or number 2, et cetera, and I think it may have been a separate piece all by itself. If you could just do a real quick, print it out, fill it out, and then mail it to me, or you can scan it back, or you can take a picture and email it to me, whatever, but just go ahead and take care of that as soon as you possibly can, okay? I have received several of yours, okay? So let's talk a little bit about our modules. You've probably already viewed our introductory videos, and a lot of them have spent some time showing you how to maneuver around, but I just want to make sure that everybody is clear on that. Once you're in the course, so you've logged into SACCT and you click on the course, then you're going to see something that looks like this, and you can access the modules from 2 different places actually. If you click on Course Home, or if you click on Course Modules, Access Activities here, and then you'll see the modules, so you click on Module 1, etc., etc. Okay, once you're inside of Module 1, you'll probably see this blue-gray table of contents. It is exactly what is seen in the right in white as well, so you can just go ahead and click on the name of the activity that you wish to do. And also there is a feature in SACCT I think it's called My Course Home, where we can send messages to you. We occasionally do send messages through the SACCT system. Other ways that we get messages to you are through just regular email. So be sure to check as you log on. You should see up in the upper right corner next to your name a number. And there will be a number in a red box, and that will indicate that there might be some messages for you. Okay. So this morning, you probably didn't see this screen because you joined directly through the link that I sent you. But if for some reason you weren't using that link, but you had the number written down, you would go to the GoToMeeting site and you would join a meeting, click on Join a Meeting, and enter the meeting login. However, since I'm sending you a link, this step usually is not involved for you. Once you log in, just like you did today, you're going to see this panel. Usually it's off to the right, and you'll see the green. Usually the microphone is on already, and then you'll see a list, you'll see some gray boxes, options, audience view, attendees. Now this is what I see, but that may be because I'm the presenter. You may not see all of these options. You should see the attendees list, and if it's not open, just click on the box and it will open up. You'll see who's on with us. And then below that is the chat, okay? Now, up in the right-hand corner of that panel, you see an X and you see two arrows that are going towards each other. The two arrows allow you to minimize that panel. So if that panel is in your way, you want to do something, you can go ahead and minimize. Why don't you go ahead and, whoops, why don't you go ahead, no, actually I'm going to do this first. So the microphone, we ask that you use a headset mic because it's really the best sound quality. In our past platforms, it's been a real problem if people didn't use a headset mic. GoToMeeting seems to be more flexible, I guess is the word. And so if you have to use a built-in microphone, it doesn't give as much feedback as the other did. So if you want to speak, click on your mic to green and the moderator will call on you. I will be able to see if your mic has gone on, or you can sort of say something like Christine, and I'll see that your name appears that you're talking also. Then you would speak, and click on your mic again to turn it to orange. Okay, so let's go ahead and hear from you. I'm going to have you press your mic to green, then I'll call on you, and I'd like you to tell us your name, where you teach, what language you teach, and what levels, and a fun fact about you. Okay, and then when you're done, click on your mic to make it orange. Who would like to go first? Not me. Go, Julia.
That was Morgan.
That was me.
All right, Julia's first, then Morgan.
Okay, so I teach French at upper high. I have all the levels. So for this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and fourth year is AP. My 3 and 4 are CAPA. And a fun fact, I'm sitting here in Morgan's kitchen. I started as a maternity sub and replaced Morgan when she in France.
Yes,
and,
not having a baby.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything now.
Christine, we can't hear you. Wait, Christine, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm going like this, and you're going, I don't do sign language.
She muted. Okay.
So I wanted to point out that just gave us a good technological experiment. We got two people in the same room at the same time with their microphone on at the same time, and we got echo because Morgan's mic was picking up Julia as well as Julia's mic. I've done this actually in the same room where Nicole Naditz and I are facilitating, and she'll talk and I hear her talk and then I hear her through the headset, and it drives you nuts. Anyway, so that's a good point. If you're going to be in the same room together, don't turn your mic on at the same time. There we go. All right, let's hear from Morgan. Go ahead, Morgan.
Okay, my name is Morgan Stedger. I teach at Sheldon High School in Elk Grove Unified. I teach French, levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 honors because we don't have AP. And fun fact also, yes, is that Julia is in my kitchen, and I bought croissants for us this morning, so.
Very nice, very nice. Why not make it a party? Exactly. It's an online foundations party. Okay, who would like to go next?
Next.
Okay, go Yvette.
Hello everybody, my name is Yvette Gonzalez and I teach at Thomas Gateways Middle School here in Sacramento. I teach 1, 2, and Spanish speakers. And a fun fact is that right after the training, I'm going to head off to a wedding. So I have my makeup and my hair done.
Great.
And nice to meet you all.
Good to have you with us. All right, Erica, you want to go next?
Yes. Hi, my name is Erica Ceja, and I teach at Pleasant Grove High School in Elk Grove. I teach Spanish level 1 and level 3. And a fun fact, well, I'm getting ready to go to a luau party later on today.
Everybody's going to have some fun today. Very good. And Erica, I think Erica and Lisa actually get the co-award for the most cap whoop in their life this year because they're doing both online and our live program that started last week. Okay, so who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead, Santa.
Hi, my name is Santa Almedo, and I teach at Foothill High School. I teach level 2, 3 AP, and native speakers 1 and 2. And a fun fact about me, I was learning how to box, but then I quit. So I need to go back.
Okay, very good. I understand boxing is really good exercise too. And actually, I take it back.
That's why I need to go.
Santa gets also the award for the most cap whooper in her life this year. All right. Terrific. Thank you. And who's going to go next?
Okay, I can go next.
Okay, go.
So my name is Valerie Morgan, and I teach French at Cal State San Bernardino. I teach college level 1, so that's beginner's level, so 101, 102, 103. I teach occasionally the second level, sometimes the third level. That depends on third-year students or fourth-year students, depends on who's available and who's on sabbatical. And I really don't know. I can't think of a fun fact. I can think of something that I found rather funny but irritating as well, that I've always loved pedagogy, and I was promised a pedagogy class, and then I found out that I've got to teach language theory, acquisition theory first before I can teach pedagogy. So I've got to teach the one that I didn't want to teach before I can teach the one that I want to teach, and that's like the carrot at the end of the stick. I'm going to have my pedagogy class, but I've got to teach the class that no one else in the department wants to teach. So I thought that was rather funny because I had no idea that there were pre-requirements to me teaching that pedagogy class, and I love pedagogy, and this is why I'm taking this class with you.
All right, I think that falls under the paying your dues and doing your time. So, but ultimately you're a language geek,
exactly,
and a teaching geek, so it'll work. All right, thank you, Valerie. Who's next? Let's see. We haven't heard from Lisa. Here's Lisa.
Oh, hello. My name is Lisa Smith. I teach at Rio Linda High School. And I teach French levels 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is an AP. And the fun fact I get about me is that I'm going to Six Flags Magic Kingdom, in Vallejo with my family right after this. So.
Oh, more fun. Everybody's going to have fun today. That's good. Thank you, Lisa. All right, let's see who else. Is that everybody? I think it might be. Yes. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and continue. Now, as I said before, there's an area where you can minimize your control panel right here on the upper right-hand side of the control panel. And what you will ultimately get looks like this. So why don't you go right now and try that. Go click on the 2 arrows, and you'll see that it'll float up to the top of your screen and kind of gets out of your way. The only drawback here is that you aren't able to follow the chat. If you're going to follow the chat, then you do have to have it fully open. But sometimes there's something on the right of your screen that you need to get to, and so you might want to minimize that. So why don't you,
Christine?
Yes.
I don't know if it's because I have a Mac or if it's true for everybody who's not a presenter. Okay. I don't have that.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Is that true for the rest of you? Those of you who are not presenters, that you don't have them?
I think that most of us are using the web version of this.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the version that you downloaded. And I'm on the web version right now, so I don't see it.
And you don't see it?
I don't see it either.
Okay. Okay. So that would be why, if you end up ultimately, and I don't believe that any of the participants have to do that. So this is where I'm flying blind because I have all the bells and whistles. So I'm saying, oh, I need to teach this. Okay. All right. So we'll disregard that. But if you see that, that's what it does. Okay. Now, to view and participate in a chat. Okay. Oh, we got somebody. HTML5 viewer user. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to mute them. There we go. Because I can. Okay. So the chat is a feature. Yeah, that's what we call echo, exactly. And I don't know why we had that echo. It's an ability to talk amongst ourselves, and in the case of Daphne, that's the only way she's able to communicate today because her mic is being crazy. But also you can share links that are live links that people can go to, comments and so on. So occasionally we will be using the chat feature. You would click on chat if it's not already open, and it should then open up to be a larger box, not terribly large, unfortunately. Then you would click in the box at the bottom to start typing, just like any kind of a chat feature, comment feature. And you would want to make sure that it's set to everyone, which is the default, in order to send a message out to everyone. Oh, is that you, Daphne? On the microphone? Oh, strange. Okay. And then you would either press send or enter on the keyboard. So we're going to practice that. I want you to find the chat box. I am now typing hello and sending it. And under the rectangular area where you can type hello and hit send or enter or some other message. There's Julia. Very nice. Yvette. Excellent. Valerie. Lisa. Oh, that's interesting. One hello. Carol. Carol just has to be different, you know. Okay, great. So everybody seems to have made the chat work. That's a way to get a message to us, especially if something happens, like I can't talk on my microphone anymore, or I'm getting fuzzy pictures or something like that. Try sending a chat, and one of the other facilitators, if I don't catch it, will try to help you out, okay? Now, there is also a feature called private message, and we have determined that this truly is a private message, like no one else will see it. So if you don't like what Christine is wearing, you could comment that way to someone else in the room and I won't see it. In our old system, I would see it because I'm a moderator. But in case you wanted to just quickly like pass a note to one person in the group, in the same chat box, you would type your message, but then pull the drop down message and find one other person in the group, click on that name, and then press send. Now, you'll want to click back to everyone to make sure that when you chat in future, you would be sending a message to everyone. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and give that a try. Send a private message. And of course, I can't tell if you are sending a private message. And the private messages should show up as pink in your chat line. It will be colored pink, and it'll say who it's from. Okay, hopefully, has somebody gotten a private message? At least somebody?
I did.
You did, okay, good.
Erica.
Excellent, yes, okay, great. All right, so, ultimately it's stalking people in a chat room. It's great, awesome. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with Kahoot. And I don't know if you're familiar with Kahoot. It's gotten more and more popular in recent years, so you may have heard of it already. It is an online game, but we've determined when we practiced with this setup that really what we need you to do is participate on a mobile device. So that would be either your phone or an iPad. So if you need a minute, go and grab whatever that mobile device is. Okay, and on the browser of your mobile device, I want you to go to kahoot.it. This is the player portal, kahoot.it. If you're having trouble or you're not able to, you can pop on your microphone, let me know. And give me a, once you are on kahoot.it, just give me a heads up with your microphone that you're there. I'm there.
I'm there.
I'm
Okay,
there.
great.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. Now the reason that we have to, oops, come back here. There we go. The reason that we need to go to another device and not play on the computer screen is because I'm going to display the questions on the screen with the answer options, and you're going to only have boxes of color to tap on to give your answer. So you have to have two items. In a classroom, the way this works is the teacher is projected onto the screen with the questions and the answer options, and then the students play either on a Chromebook or on their phones. And all hell breaks loose because they have so much fun with it. Okay, so you're going to keep an eye on your computer screen. In a minute, I'm going to change over to the web so that you are seeing the computer screen. And when I start running the questions, and in this case it's a survey, it's not a competitive quiz. In future, we may use it under the form of competitive quiz. That's when people get all excited because they get points for answering. But today we're just going to do a survey so you get a feel for how Kahoot works. And it's definitely something that you might want to use with your kids in class. Okay, so I'm going to transfer over to Kahoot. All right, so this is what you should be seeing right now as you waiting for the game pin. I'm about to create the game pin. And here we go. We're going to play. And I'm going to launch. And here comes, and then the annoying music comes. Okay, so you're going to type in your game pin, and it will prompt you for a name. There we go.
Naughty nicknames, beware.
Isn't that fun? I played it.
The little puppet.
I played it a week ago with my kids, and this is the first time I've seen this. They noticed it because it keeps coming back, floating back up. Okay, I think maybe we're waiting for one more person because I think we have 12. Daphne's in, Carol's in. Lisa, are you able to get on?
Yes, I'm there.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
there. You
off.
just don't recognize me.
Yeah, I don't recognize you. There you go. Okay, well, is everybody there then? Maybe so. Okay, here we go. We're going to start. This is, as I said, this is a survey. It's not a quiz competitive game. Here we go. You can see the questions at the top and the answer options at the bottom. Okay. So we've got 4 people who want coffee, 3 who would like some tea, 3 for hot chocolate, and no one wants something else. Okay, excellent. Let's go on to the next one. That was fast. Okay, so we're equally split on French and Spanish. Here we go. Oh, big Kermit fans and Cookie Monster, of course. I like Big Bird, but that's okay. Okay, so that's our survey mode. When we do it in other modules, we may well be doing the quiz mode, and that's where it gets competitive and you get points and everybody gets all excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to bring us back to here. There we go. All right.
What's ghost mode?
I don't know. Jennifer, are you familiar with ghost mode?
No, I've never seen that before. I was curious.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet because really the only time I tried it so far this year was with my kids, and so I haven't played with it, but I need to go. I wonder if it's like, you're keeping your identity a secret. I don't know. That seems a little strange. So I'll have to play with it. It does sound a little spooky. You're right, Daphne. Okay, so that's Kahoot, and that's how we're going to be doing a lot of our multiple choice kind of questionnaire things. Thanks to Jennifer for suggesting that, because that was a feature that we had in the old platform that doesn't appear in GoToMeeting, but no one could get onto the other platform, so it makes it more sense to be here. Okay, so now when we do collaborative writing, or what we call like breakout rooms during our sessions, we're going to use a Google Docs. And so Daphne, I'll go ahead and have you paste the link to the Google Doc into chat right now. Okay, you will need to be logged into your Gmail before the session begins. Okay, so if you're not already logged into your Gmail, real quickly go ahead and pull up your I think you can pull up your, do I need to, are you guys able to access your own desktop, or do I need to stop sharing my screen?
We can just move you out of the way.
Okay, yeah, just move me out of the way. There we go. People do that all the time, or at least they want to. Okay, so make sure that you're logged into your Gmail or your Google account. And Daphne's going to paste the link. There it is. Okay, so the link to our Google Doc is now in the chat window. You should be able to just click on it and go straight out to the Google Doc. Yes, indeedy. Okay, that worked. And there's a whole bunch of people. Okay.
We have some anonymous people.
We have some anonymous people, so
Anonymous
it'll be interesting to see if they actually can go ahead and do that. I'm going to take us back. I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint again so that I can talk about what we're going to do. So we're going to post a link for the Google Doc here in the chat, and then after we're done, I'm going to share the doc with each of you so that you can access it again if you would like to. And you'll need to go into shared with me in your Google in order to find it. I'm also going to actually first email you a Google form link to ask you to give me your actual Gmail account, because you may have given me an email account that is like your school email. It might not be your Gmail account, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Google Doc and go to the section with the destination that you prefer, either Hawaii, Alaska, or New Zealand, because the topic is where would you like to travel? And with the other people who are in that same section, just pick a spot to start typing and type some information about what you would like to do on your trip. When you're leaving, how long you'll stay, are you going to cruise, are you going to fly there, what activities, and one person from the group is going to share out, okay? So I'm going to do this and go back to Google Doc. Here we are. And so you can begin typing now. I'm going to give us about, maybe 4 minutes. Oops. Okay, about 2 more minutes to get your ideas down. Poor Alaska, no one wants to go there.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah.
Now, how did you find the document? Was that
Just about a minute. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's our time is up. And what we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and stay here on the Google Doc because that way we can go ahead and look at what people have written. Hawaii, I've got somebody who's extremely organized and put in a chart for us with visuals. I like that. I don't know who Anonymous Mink is, but you rock. Who would like to talk about what we're going to do in Hawaii? Silence. Who did my chart?
I was the one who made the little chart. This is
Okay, Jennifer. What?
Type A personality. I must organize. Okay. Oh, I can't hear you, Christine. But
Sorry, I should have guessed.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had never heard of Panama Bay, so I had to look it up after you typed it, and I saw that picture and thought, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So Christmas break, so sometime in December, those 2 weeks that us teachers that we have off, take a cruise between the islands. That would be amazing. Activities, snorkeling, luau, relax, eat, and that's it.
Great, thank you very much. Yeah, Hanama Bay is fantastic. I had the opportunity to snorkel there a couple of times when I was a teenager, and actually Nicole was in Hawaii at a workshop this summer, and she got a chance to go and had a great time. So, all right, what are we doing here in California? That's a good question. It's a really good question. All right. Okay, Alaska. We did have somebody who came back to Alaska at the very end, and this is Anonymous Mink, and I don't know who it is. Who would like to tell us about that? Who did my typing in Alaska? No one wants to confess. Daphne, it's you. Okay, come on. So I will read on behalf of Daphne, who can't talk. She would like to go when she's a little bit older, or whoever it is. Oh, my Google Doc is going away from me. Yay, here we go. Oh, okay, hang on a minute.
Oh, that was actually me.
Oh, okay. Lisa, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Morgan, if you scroll up in the chat feature, I think that you will find a Google Doc link, but let me go ahead and recapture it for you. Lisa, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just felt sorry that nobody had Alaska and I was messing up on the other ones. So I decided to go to Alaska because I think it would be really beautiful, but you know, I think you're supposed to be a little bit older. So I'd go there for 2 weeks, go on a cruise, and you know, see all the wonderful sights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, and cruising in Alaska is wonderful. My parents did a really nice cruise this summer and had a great time. So, okay, great. And then our third option was New Zealand, and they just wrote a novel. So, who would like to talk about New Zealand? Daphne wrote about New Zealand. Who said they would like to go? That has a microphone.
Okay, I'll talk.
Okay, go ahead,
I
Valerie.
would love to go there in the winter. Going in the winter makes sense because it's summer there, and I don't think their summer is brutally hot, so I think that would be okay. And I'd like to visit both the North Island, or I think it's East and West, or North and South. I can't remember. I think it's
North and
North and
South.
South. Yes, North and South. So I'd like to visit both islands, and I'd like to visit some friends, French friends who live there, and the scenery seems wonderful. Of course, I've watched Lord of the Rings, so I remember what it looks like. But also there was a great series called Top of the Lake, and there was a these wonderful scenery of landscapes with mountains and beautiful lakes and forests. I'd love to go there for hiking mainly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
great.
that's it. I would fly.
You would fly, yes. Going by
Yes.
boat would take a long time. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, terrific. All right, excellent. Now, as I said,
I would,
oh, go ahead.
I'd also like to go to New Zealand. My aunt married a Kiwi, and she visits a lot. She travels and she visits for her research a lot in the United States, but we've never been down. So we were already planning on going next summer. But then we also just heard that my cousin is having a baby, so that'll make that visit even more exciting for next year.
That'd be great.
I always joked that the only thing that would get us down there is if someone had a baby, and so
I guess they
we'll
figured it's about time.
Now
right?
we can't. Now I mean, because the plane tickets are so expensive, but now we can't say no, so it's going to happen.
Right. Good, good. Okay, excellent. So now you see how it works that we're gonna do this. Now, we did encounter some technological difficulties because both Julia and Morgan, something happened in their kitchen, maybe too many croissants, I don't know. And they got kicked off and then they came back in, and apparently when you come back in, you don't continue to see all of the previous chat, so we had to relink them to the Google Doc. So that just let you know, they posted a chat saying help, like we can't get in, and I was able to see that. And yes, Jennifer, that the people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. She didn't marry a fruit. Yeah. So obviously this is, we were playing around, seeing how it works and so on and so forth. But each time that we do a breakout, we'll go to a Google Doc, we'll get some things in there, and then we will share it with you so that you will have, yes, it's actually after the name of the bird, you're right. We will share it with you so that you can go back to it later. And there may be things in there that you want to retrieve, things about lesson planning or lesson design ideas and so on. But typically our breakout is a pretty quick process, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, where we're kind of collaborating together on the document. Okay, so I'm going to pull us back to the PowerPoint. There we go. All right, so we did our program, and we've done the breakout. Make sure you then click on the link, scroll to the destination. We already did that. I'm anticipating myself. We're nearly at the end of our session today. Our typical sessions will be 10 to 11:30. That's what we have allocated out, and we typically are going. We're going over some of the module contents that you hopefully will have already accessed prior to the live session. The way we structure the modules going forward is we build the activities in order, and then one of the activities in the middle will be called live session. So if you've completed the things before the live session before the day of the live session, then you should be prepared to engage in conversation about the topic that we're going to discuss, okay?
Christine?
Module, yes.
I just want to make one comment about the breakout session.
Yeah.
We didn't, in our group, did not communicate at all.
Right.
Orally, and I don't know if it's possible, or if everybody started talking, it would be just bedlam.
Yes, if everybody starts talking, we're all still on the same system. It's not like the breakout rooms in the other platform where you were now in a little enclosed environment. So yeah, I mean, there might be an opportunity for us to go ahead and turn on our mics, but if we're all collaborating on the same thing, that might work. You know, we're saying, hey, I was wondering about, what do you think about, and so on and so forth. We'll have to experiment with this as we get to know the system for GoToMeeting a little better. I think the only other way we would be able to structure it would be if we created separate meetings, but then that becomes a little bit of an issue to get in and out of those meetings. So thanks for bringing that up, because yeah, that would be a little strange. Okay, so Module 2 is actually going to open tomorrow, and Module 1 really was getting to know you. If you haven't already gone into Module 1, there's one task, and that is to introduce yourself and then sort of respond to some other people. And some of you have done that already, maybe not everyone. Do that as quickly as you can, just so that that's checked off your list. And then Module 2 begins the actual content for the program, and it's going to focus on the California state standards for world languages, and we'll be talking about that structure and what's inside of them and so on and so forth. That will open tomorrow, meaning it's going to be accessible to you. It doesn't mean you have to get on it tomorrow and start, but I would suggest that you get started browsing through it as much as possible. In this module particularly, there will be some material that will be released at the beginning of the module, and then others that will come in will be released after the live session. So this is a place where you need to go back to the module. You think you're done, and you're not actually quite done. Okay?
Christine?
Yes.
At the end of each module, there is a survey before this next module. So if, like, before you exit Module 1, you will need to take a survey about what you already know or don't know about the material in Module 2. Please take it before, please do the survey before you begin Module 2, because we would like to have a meaningful contrast between what you already know before Module 2 and what you know by the end of Module 2. If you begin Module 2 before you do the pre-survey, then we won't have a meaningful
exactly
contrast.
And if you've gone all the way through Module 1, you will see the very last thing. There are about 3 surveys at the end of Module 1. One is called a pre-program survey, so that's an overarching on all of the elements of the program. There's a feedback evaluation, like, was this meaningful, was this helpful? And then there's a Module 2 pre-survey. Those are all available now. They're Survey Monkeys. They should not take you very long at all. And then Module 2 will open up, so if you've gotten that pre-survey for Module 2 done, you can go right into Module 2 next week, or tomorrow when it opens up, okay? Office hours. Let me explain what office hours are. We decided a couple years into this online program setup that it would be helpful to have optional opportunities for you to get online with us and ask us questions, because yes, email is one way to ask questions, but it's sometimes more meaningful to be able to have a dialogue about a question. So there will be one office hour scheduled in each module. It's typically following, maybe a week following the live session. Early on in this program, you may not feel a need to get on for office hours, but as we get closer to the end of the program and you're preparing your final project, you may find that that is more useful to you. So the first office hours will be this coming Wednesday at 5:30. We'll go from 5:30 to 6:30, and literally it is a time that the facilitators will be online and waiting to see if you drop by and have a question to ask. And in the meantime, we chat with ourselves, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so it is optional. This is the only sort of required meeting in each module, and even if you can't make this one, we will be posting a link to the recording. So after we're done here, I'll get the recording converted down onto my computer, and then I'll figure out how to get a link up into the program. Okay. Check your messages, check your email. We'll be sending you messages that way. Now, if you edit your profile in SACCT, there should be an opportunity to add a personal email so that it would forward out from SACCT out to you. So go ahead and look for that. That's an option. Check the calendar. I'm going to go back in this afternoon and double check that I have all of the different live session meetings in the calendar on SACCT. Those are just information items. They're not links to get you to go to meeting. I'll be sending those links via email. Okay. You've got module opening dates, you have live sessions, and you have other deadlines, and of course the office hours are in there as well. And all activities are required to be completed, including all the assignments within the module and the final project, if you're planning to apply for CE units through Sac State or get a certificate acknowledging that you did the 40 hours of the program. And as I said, if you miss a live session, there will be a recording and there will be makeup activities to complete that will sort of mirror what was going on in the live session. Okay. All you would need to do is watch the posted recordings and complete the makeup assignments, and then that would qualify you for full credit. Okay. So I believe that we are at the end here, and I'm just, whoops, hang on. Thank you. I'm going to be posting a link later today, and it should be called recording live session and the date, etc. This is kind of a new system, so I haven't exactly figured out how we're going to do that. We thank you for your participation. We'd like to give an opportunity, if you have any questions right now, to get on your microphone and ask them. And hearing none, I believe we are done. And as far as I know, all you need to do to exit the program is to click on the X on your control panel, and that should prompt you to it. They should say, are you sure you want to leave? And so on and so forth. Whoops, there we go. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Have a great day. Have lots of fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.